morning, ladies and gentlemen, David here, and welcome back to another video. And this one is very exciting because this week we have 3 events, all 3 that we will stream here on the channel, so it should be very fun. It's been a while since I chatted with you guys, missed the Nintendo Direct a while back and everything, but all 3 streams this week, I'll be there. All streams are set and scheduled as well. The links to those are in the video description. We're going to start tomorrow with the Sony PlayStation State of Play. I'll be going live around 30 minutes early, so at around 4:30 p.m. East, I'll be live for that one, which starts at 5. I'm not going to discuss any type of predictions for this show today for one good reason. I don't have anything to predict for that show specifically, but y'all know me. I do have expectations for Summer Games Fest and the Xbox Game Showcase. So first is Summer Games Fest, the showcase. That is on Friday. I'll go live at 4:30 p.m. East as well for this one. Long ass show, but we generally have some cool reveals, so that should be cool. And I have predictions for that one, which we'll go over here today. And for the Xbox Game Showcase, yeah, y'all, trust me. You want to be there. I think we're going to see something very cool, and I'm going to go over my predictions for this one as well. I'll be going an hour early for this one, which means that this upcoming Sunday, I'll be live at 12 p.m. Eastern time for that one. So it should be really, really fun. Now, before I get into the swing of things with my predictions, I just briefly want to mention that I'm still running my giveaway for a code of Raito, the Raito Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army. So if you want a chance to win a code, no matter where you are in the world, on the platform of your choice, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel and comment here on this video that you want to participate with your platform of choice, and you are set to enter. Good luck, and without any further ado, let's get into my predictions, because again, exciting stuff is coming, or at least I hope so. So for today's video, I'm going to focus on the publishers and developers that I love the most, that I know about the most, and that would be Sega and Atlus. When it comes to Summer Games Fest specifically, I'll be straight up. I think there's only one thing that we might see from Atlus, and that I think makes a lot of sense for Atlus to show up. Oh, but David, I can hear you, right? I can hear what you are thinking or saying right now, and what you're saying is, but David, we have the panel of publishers and partners that is going to be at the show. Sega's there and Atlus isn't. And no, I'm not going to counter argue with, yeah, but Sega is Atlus, because when it comes to SGF, we had Atlus in the past, and Jeff Keighley, the host of the show and producer of the show, he likes to have Sega and Atlus on the board. So if Atlus isn't there, it means that they're not going to be there. But I still expect to see one thing, and I think there's a good chance that we see an ad. Just an ad for Persona 5 The Phantom X. I think that makes a lot of sense. So the trailer that we already saw, or maybe a new little trailer here, just to be there in the show. This show is basically a bunch of reveals back to back, but there is ads in there, and a lot of games and mobile titles and stuff are in there as ads, right? I know it's all ads, right? But inside of the main ads, which are game reveals, you have other ads. Sometimes I wonder why we watch these things. But I think Persona 5 The Phantom X has a good chance of showing up in that sense. So if we see something from that game, it's going to be minor. Don't think too much of it. Let's move on. I do think that we're going to see something from Sega, which again is on the panel. And there's a lot of things that I would like to see, but when it comes to likely stuff, the first 2 predictions that I have is, well, they are games that were revealed at Jeff Keighley shows, and more specifically at the Game Awards. Let's start with one thing that really would be exciting to me, and that would be Project Century. So if you know me, you know that I am a huge Yakuza / Like a Dragon fan. Project Century is a brand new IP, or at least we believe that it's a new IP by RGG Studio at Sega. And that was unveiled at the Game Awards, and the trailer for that thing looks crazy good. It looks awesome, different setting and everything, but you can recognize the spirit and aura of RGG when looking at that trailer. I am hungry for more news about that title. It looks awesome, and I am going to dive deep into it as soon as it launches. So I'm hoping to see a release date. Hey, maybe it's a late 2025 title for that one. that might not be as crazy as you think. RGG is good to pump out these releases every now and then, but this is something completely new, so I assume they're not really going to reuse assets from Yakuza and stuff. It's completely original, so we'll have to wait and see, but I certainly would love to see that one. And hey, just thinking that it was revealed at Akili events, why not show it again here? I think that would be awesome. Same thing for the other games that I'm about to mention, and that would be the IPs that were revealed to be revived by Sega. Does that make sense? So at the Game Awards a few years back, Sega revealed that they are reviving some of their older IPs, some of their older beloved IPs. Golden Axe, Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Radio, a few IPs were shown, and hey, we are working on those titles and they're gonna come back. And I think we are about to see, and I know I've predicted that for a few times now at this point, but I think we're ready to see it. That would be for both Jet Set Radio specifically and Crazy Taxi. These titles seem to be deep in development. We unfortunately saw leaks for those titles, and well, from what we've seen, they look deep in development, and I'm excited to see more about these, especially Jet Set. I think there's a lot of potential there, so very excited to see what they have here in store for us, and I hope they show it here at Summer Games Fest this Friday. That would be awesome. Now, when you talk about Sega and Sega wanting to revive some of their older intellectual properties, I can't help it. I can't help myself. So if you don't want to have any type of expectations, or you want to stay away from someone with expectations, that would be your cue to leave now, because what I'm about to say is dangerous territory, which those are dreamish things that I want to will into existence more than a prediction. Skies of Arcadia. Not sure why we're not playing this thing right now. This game is awesome. This game is unplayable on any type of modern-ish platform. The most modern official release of that game is Skies of Arcadia Legends on GameCube, which, don't get me wrong, is really good, but I would like to see just an HD port of that would be fine. But if you want to fully remake it and bring that IP back, count me the fuck in. I am down. Same thing for the other IP that I want to talk about, which is Sakura Taisen, or for us here in the West, Sakura Wars, which I think these games are underrated. They're very cool, and the gameplay style would fit in today's day with no games with similar gameplay, right? You could say, oh, what's that thing with Front Mission, or like Fire Emblem, I guess, but I think they're very different and unique in their own style, so I would like these games to come back for sure. A collection of the first bunch of titles, the original titles in that franchise, would be cool. Reboot it again, I don't freaking know. An authentic remake of the first game, maybe. I think that would be really awesome. We'll have to wait and see. I just want to see that title back, and apparently they're working on something. I covered the rumor from 3 years back, so maybe plans have changed, but a rumor in 2022 said that, hey, that title or that franchise is coming back in some way, shape, or form. So when it comes to me, fingers crossed. One other thing that I think is very likely to see is very likely for us to see here is Sonic Crossroads. That title, there was a beta and everything. I think it looks really cool. I am a fan of the previous Sega Sonic racing games, starting from the Sonic Riders back in the day. I loved Sonic Riders on GameCube. I broke a TV playing that game when I was younger, raging on it because that thing was hard as a child. So I do like these titles. I played the first Sonic racing game on PlayStation 3, and I love that one too. So I'm looking forward to this one. I think it looks very, very cool. So all of these, so when it comes to Sega specifically, I'm looking at Summer Games Fest. For the Xbox Game Showcase, I'm thinking Atlus, and well, I guess maybe Project Century could be re-revealed here at Xbox as well if Microsoft wanted to secure the marketing deal for that game. They did it before. The original Yakuza Like a Dragon, aka Yakuza 7, was a timed console exclusive on Xbox. The marketing rights were for Xbox. So it was not a timed exclusive, my bad. The next gen version was timed exclusive. The Series X version of Yakuza Like a Dragon was exclusive for a few months, and it dropped on PS5 like 5 or 6 months later, which I guess. So maybe they do something similar with Project Century, which would mean that we might see it on Sunday. Count me in. Otherwise, Atlus, which I know it is probably why most of y'all are watching this video. For Atlus, there's two things, and let's get the elephant in the room out of the way first. We've seen all the leaks. If you haven't already, I highly encourage you to watch my last few videos, which I covered that story as it evolved. And I think a lot of people, myself included, are thinking that during this week and weekend, we are going to see Persona 4 Remake, and I think we're going to see it at an Xbox Game Showcase for one good reason. Persona 3 Reload was revealed at a June Xbox Game Showcase alongside Persona 5 Tactica, alongside Metaphor ReFantazio. The year prior, Xbox announced at the Xbox Game Showcase in June that we're going to get ports for Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royal on modern platform. Yes, sir. Finally, that was crazy. Piss and miss. If you were there, you know. That was great stuff, you know. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with Persona 4 in a remake, with all the voice actors coming out and saying that they're not involved with the remake. The website domain that was updated in April of this year, p4re.jp. I think it's a very good prediction to say that I think Persona 4 Remake is going to be there this weekend. I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't have any type of information. I'm not able to confirm that it's going to be there, but all signs are pointing in that direction, and y'all's favorite dumbass Actual Expectations is expecting it. All right. All right. I'm sure you guys are looking at my face and y'all already know what I'm going to say. I could just end it there. I think there's a chance, y'all. I think there's a chance. I think there is a chance that we might see Persona 6 teased alongside the Persona 4 Remake reveal. Yes, I know, that sounds crazy, but they did it before, the Madmans. I mean, again, Persona 6 is a game of the highest caliber for Atlus. The next biggest thing that Atlus had in modern days is Metaphor ReFantazio, first new IP in over 10 years. And that game, again, as I said, was revealed in, well, at least it was re-revealed in 2023 alongside two other big Atlus titles, alongside Persona titles during the same event. Persona 5 Tactica, which spin-off, but still Persona 5, right? And the most requested Atlus remake of all time with Persona 3 Reload. And they revealed Metaphor alongside those two games. Crazy, right? Which means that to expect Persona 4 Remake, if it releases late 2025, and P6 we just have a 2026 date, it's not as crazy as it sounds, right? I don't think it's that crazy to no, don't expect that. I don't think it's that crazy to think about that. If I see P4 or if I see Atlus this week with something new, I'll be stoked, okay? Just to clarify. But I think that would be sick. And you guys don't want to miss me reacting to a freaking Persona 6 reveal. You guys are not ready. Just give me green background, 6 chairs, 2026. Poof! And I'm gonna go crazy. That's it. Nothing else. Hey, thank y'all for watching so much. Again, I hope to see you all later today for the PlayStation Sony State of Play. And then on Friday, Summer Games Fest, Sunday, Xbox Game Showcase. Come watch with me. I had an issue in the past with like monetization for my stream, so I completely turned it off for future streams. So there's not going to be any type of issue, and we're going to have a good time. And hey, if you're an OG, we might bring back Kiryu-san if we have to. Let's bring him back. I mean, he needs to come back. We'll bring him back, okay? And we should have a lot of fun. So thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day. And don't forget to enter the Rido giveaway if you're subscribed. Just comment with your platform of choice. I'm out. Poof. Bye.